Go do that.
They don't want the locker room. All right. Today was a red zone day for us. We were inside like always. So a couple guys there you see on there, I think with Bilal as far as that's more so with the turf stuff. But other than that, it was a good day of practice and wrapping up the end of the week here. He did his knee just a little bit. I think he'll be okay, but he did do it in practice. So we just wanted to be precautionary.
I was going to say, when the Fab Five came out with those low shorts, were you feeling that back then? Were you like 14?
It was definitely an interesting time back then. I think what was so cool about what they did, and that's what Coach Howard and I were talking about, was just that they did it their way. They didn't care what other people thought. They were out of the box. They started something their own way, and how that's neat. I think that's pretty powerful. And so seeing the baggy shorts, the black socks, and the Nike shoes takes you back.
You know Coach Martelli pretty well from PA?
Yeah, I knew of him really well, but we never had met. But the second that I saw him, it was crazy just because you see him on TV all the time there playing at St. Joe's, and we were just talking just now after practice just about that great team he had back in the day with Jameer Nelson and Delonte.
Howard had short black socks on.
He did. You notice that?
Yeah.
Detail. That's good.
It's sticking with, sticking to it.
Why not? Be you, right?
Did you ever do that? Did you ever wear them?
Yeah. I wore black socks. I had the exact shoes that they had. So yeah. I was growing up, I was into the Fab Five. I respected them. I really thought that they did a lot of neat things, and pretty cool seeing 5 freshmen like that come together and dominate the college basketball like they did.
Was your game more of a Jimmy King style?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
My game was really like none of them. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I won't. I have a lot more names. I'm not gonna. My game was just okay, But no, yeah. Between Ray and Jawan and Jimmy and and Chris Webber, and it was a and Jalen. It was a powerful team that they had there.
What is the connection here besides him being a Chicago guy? Was there why?
So just really that he connected with us over the summer. Number one, that he is a big Bears fan, which is pretty neat. And then for me, just knowing who he is, and I watched his press conference. I watched how authentic and real he was. If that doesn't hit you as a human being, I don't know what does. I mean, that was for me, seeing that you appreciate people that care so much about what they do, and then to come back to your alma mater, they're going to be very successful because of who he is. And we had a nice little talk before practice, just both of us bouncing leadership ideas off of one another. Here's somebody that is in a position of leadership now in the college world, and for him to come and ask questions to me and me to ask questions to him, that's a relationship we'll always have.
Man, a lot of times teams in your situation, when kind of the arrows of criticism are flying, they take a bunker down mentality and us against the world and kind of use that as fuel. Haven't really noticed that overtly in your locker room or just around the team this year in this particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that, or what should the motivation be, or just how do you feel about that kind of thing, using that kind of thing, the criticism and all that stuff?
Right. Well, the part of sports there's criticism. That's the job of the outsiders or of the fans of whatever team. That just comes with the territory. If you prepare yourself for that and you understand that comes, but at the same time, when you start, that's why I said that with the horse blinders and the earmuffs. Okay, put them on. Okay, put the earmuffs on, and not just when things are going bad, but when you win 5 games in a row and everyone, the ones that are telling you that you're really bad, and then when you win 5 in a row, they're telling you you're really good, those, put the earmuffs on and don't listen to that, and just stay the course and worry about what's going on in Hallis Hall and worrying about how we do things, because that's the only thing that matters. How do we focus each week?
So are you kind of, do you get the feeling that they're taking like their own culpability as the motivation to be better rather than?
Yeah, they're not. We understand where we're at right now in week 1 of the season. So as long as we keep things in perspective, That's not our job, is to do that, both as players and as coaches. And so when it's not a hard thing to do when you have a level head and you never get too high, you never get too low. It's actually really not that hard.
It has been a long time, though, between games. Have they
It has.
handled that well? You think?
Yeah, they've done a good job. They really have. I mean, they haven't mentioned 1 ounce of that. I mean, they had time off right after the game, and so we've been just focusing in on Denver. That's the, Jawan said it out there, Coach Howard. He said, control the controllers, right? And so you control it, and you be in control of what you can control, right? We can't control anything but what happens in week 2. We can't control week 3. We can't control week 1.
Having gone through the week of practice then, what did you see from your guys in terms of the response you were looking for when we talked to you?
The word that comes to me is focused. They were very focused. There was really no change. I thought we were focused last week too. So I think when you have a collective group of guys that care immensely about what they do, players and coaches, you don't really see that ebb and flow from the guys. They come to work, they do their deal, they never panic, and we just stick together.
Is it safe to assume that if Trey's practiced the last 3 days, that those have been 3 good days for him? And if so, does that run leave you more optimistic for Sunday?
I would think that it would a little bit. I'll say this, I feel better this week than I did last week at this time. So, that's by no means saying that he's going to play. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I definitely feel better right now, today, than I did last week at this time.
With Eddie Goldman, is he going to get on the plane?
With who?
Eddie Goldman.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you expect a similar scenario with Burton this week where you just get him out on the field before the game?
I do. That's what I think. I want to be able to see his feedback on how he feels. I know, he felt good last week. He felt good, but we just felt collectively. It's not just him. He's not going to tell us whether he's playing or not. We're going to all work together. So we'll see how he looks out there when he gets to that point, and hopefully he's good to go. And if he is, we're prepared. And then if he, for whatever reason, if he's not, he doesn't feel good, it's not right, we talk, we get together, and he's not ready to go. That's not going to affect our game plan. We're still prepared.
Matt, is there a battle with you and Mitch in terms of the anxiousness for that first drive on Sunday, just to try to get things back on track? And how do you kind of have to combat that to stay doing what you want to do?
Yeah, so it's probably the hardest part of after that loss in having the 9 days or whatever it is it's not the it's the first 24 hours. That's the hard part, because it's so fresh. Then you get to the 48 hours and it starts going away because you got to get rid of it. That's our deal. That's what we do. And so now when you get to practice all week, you're just out here. You're just worried about whatever that game plan is for that day. And so now you take it to the game, and your question is the first drive. Yeah, I mean, now everything is behind you, and we're going. And I think, with the offense with the magnifying glass being on the offense, we know that. Everybody knows that. We want to do better. And so we try to fix the problem, and that's going to be our test on Sunday is, did we get better? Are we getting better? And hopefully that's the case.
The thing is the defense travels. Your defense was so good on the road last year. How much confidence does that give you going into a game like this?
For sure. No, we having a defense that it's a defense that is one that you pretty much feel good just because of who the players are throughout the deal, that you know you're going to get a pretty good performance every week. You feel that. I've been on some teams where you don't know that. It's hot and cold. This one, I feel like you do have that, and that is a major strength of ours. So knowing that, we just want to keep that going. And then offensively for us, we want to do better, meaning the players on offense want to do better, the coaches on offense want to do better to help out.
You guys have been hesitant to talk up the defensive performance last week because they lost. But the numbers are, did it strike you as a particularly dominant performance? Because the numbers.
It did. It's unfortunate that it got overshadowed by the poor performance on offense. It really is. I think that got hidden because, there was a couple main talking points that y'all had in the offseason. And probably number one or number two was, can the defense rebound after Coach Fangio? After week one, I don't know. I mean, like you're saying, I think they looked pretty good. They had a pretty good performance. So it got overshadowed by a poor offensive performance. So I hope that that's the case, that we just keep that thing going.
Good?
All right, take care.